Hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream. How are you all doing? Hope you've been doing well. And yes, I was late, because right as I was about to go live, there was someone at the door who took up 4 minutes of my time. So I was 4 minutes late. You're late. My late what, Duvel? Was it one of those Mormons? No. It was a good girl, which sounds a bit creepy. No, it was someone who was... it was some woman who was getting us to give money for Kika, which is stands for... I don't know what exactly it stands for, but the KI stands for Kinderen, children, and the K stands for cancer. It's not literally children's cancer, it's not like children against cancer or something like that. Yeah, which is a good cause. Marcel Vos is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Yes, I do. I always arrive exactly when I mean to. Did they try to sell you something? I hope they did not buy the washing machine that's in the small print. I don't even have a washing machine, so that wouldn't even be too bad. I mean, we have communal washing machines, so... you know, it's fine, but I don't have my own. But, no, it was fine. I did tell her that she was holding up my entire audience. In my live stream. But it's fine. Do you have a whitewashing machine? Yeah, my entire channel is just one big whitewashing operation. Maybe she's gonna watch now. She's probably still in the building somewhere. Arriving is what posh British people say when they orgasm. Yes, I know. The reason that I said it again, with emphasis on arriving, was exactly that joke. I mean, she was just like, alright, let's do this quickly then. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's like 4 minutes late. I mean, next livestream isn't even gonna be on Sunday. Yeah. I won't stream on Sunday. I will stream on Saturday. Because Sunday my friends have a birthday party. Which I would quite like to go to. And if it was just me, we would plan it on a different day. But, considering there's lots more people involved, other friends, you can't always do that, unfortunately. Then I'll stream Sunday instead. Well, have fun. My Saturday is compromised of rolling 200 pounds of meatballs. Also have fun. Alright. So, last Sunday, we did a little thing where we started paying back the Alton Towers loan. Oh, children cancer free. I didn't know. And I was surprised, because the first thing she asked me, she was like, I'm here for Kika, have you ever heard of that? My response was, who hasn't? And her response was, well, apparently a lot of people. And I'm like, okay, so are there any Dutch people in here who have never heard of Kika? Because I would be surprised by that. Because you know, whenever I go into stores or whatever, I often saw like, you know, donate to Kika at the cashier or something like that. Those kind of things. And I'm like, how can you not have heard of it? But yeah, apparently. I finally have a dual monitor setup. Nice one. Yeah, it's so great once you have it. Must be the most famous charity in the Netherlands. It's not the most famous. Probably the Hartstichting, which is the heart organization. Is organization a good word? Well, it's close anyway. You know, which is for heart disease. I think that's going to be the most popular one. Oh yeah, of course, the WNF, which is Dutch version of WWF. Or as I pronounced it when I was in 2nd class, the WWF. And it only makes sense that it's pronounced we and not W. Like RSTUVWXYZ. That's like, why not? Why is it W? I mean, I know how it became W. You know, it's W in French, which is double V. Similar origins. But why not just call it a we? And haha, we is P. And, you know, funny joke, we're all immature. I mean, I know of a Kika in Germany, but that's a TV sender program. Huh, interesting. Anyway. Alton Towers, where were we? There were we. Did you think the stream crashed? Because there was a silence while it was loading. Anyway. We had this park. Looks like I missed last stream. You probably did if you haven't seen this. We have this park and I was paying back Alton Towers loan and we got about $1 million in. And as you can see, we're making a lot of money. You were in Lisbon on Sunday. Oh, hope you had fun. I've seen streams crash way too much these days. Yeah, I had a crash during the stream last time. 4738. Alright. I don't think they're gonna be on the first page. No. 4738. There they are. Bye bye. Suddenly it's silent. Yeah, I had a stream on a crash on Sunday. And that was not the first crash I had in the last month. It's been happening somewhat frequently. And so I have been... I think it's because I updated my drivers. Because I don't know exactly that time it started to happen. But it roughly started to happen when I updated my drivers. So I downgraded my drivers. And it at least hasn't happened since. Now, that doesn't mean everything. Because there have been multiple times where I haven't had crashes for... you know, this long. But it's a good sign. And I hope this has solved it. Alton Towers suddenly got a lot of new coasters, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Ah, dang it. Alright, we'll go this way then. I love to make these vertical drop coasters stupidly tall. Oh, dang it. Okay. That'll work. That's a very dumb drop. Is the loan not paid back? No, not quite yet. It's gonna take a little bit longer. I think this breaks down nothing above the tree line policy. Well, it's not my policy. I'm here to chew gum and break the law, and I'm all out of gum. This is one of the weirdest drops I've ever built. This is truly... why not just lean into the weirdness? And we'll continue like this. And why not? Oh, I love this. This is truly stupid. This is the stupidest drop ever. You ever been to Alton Towers? No, I haven't. Okay, time for a large half loop. Also, these chain lifts are way too slow. That drop would hurt. It probably would. I hope we don't get excessive G's. And I'll worry about that when I finish the coaster, which is probably a bad idea, but, you know, that's how I roll. Okay, now it's time to get back there. That's how I roll a coaster. Yeah. Hey Cody, thank you for the 19 months. How you doing? I've been missing your streams. And by missing, I mean that they're not there. Not that I haven't watched them, as far as I know at least. You've been uploading shorts and stuff, so that's at least still active. But I miss your streams. Thank you for the 1000 bits, Felonious Pedigrees. I appreciate that. Okay, time to put in some brakes. At like 43 kilometers per hour, so not too slow. Oh, apparently not then. Alright, let's put in some brakes here. You hope to be back soon. Well, I hope you're back soon too. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Slime. I of course appreciate that, as always. As always. I am so mature. Alright, this is gonna be the best coaster ever. Oh yeah, Slime is an absolute madman. Slime is the sub-giving madman. And I think this is a good location for the entrance. Because it's right on a corner. Okay, I don't like the overgrown grass. There we go. And now we already have a purple right there. How about... No, we already have a yellow ride. How about moss green? Yeah. Yeah? Nah, that's too Christmassy. That's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? That's alright. I hear the ragtime music from some ride. I didn't put it on there. What's your channel name? You're probably not asking me, because that's pretty obvious. Cody's is Tube Cody. Let's see. 1580, that's a good price. Also, by the way, Dirklink, who most of you probably know, has reached 10,000 subscribers. Which is actually pretty good. He is the second most subscribed Rollercoaster Tycoon YouTuber. If you don't count Silverhead, because he does mostly Planet Coaster nowadays, not Rollercoaster Tycoon. Not just nowadays, he's done it for like a long time. If you do count just theme park games, then Silverhead is on top as far as I know. You are the first. I believe yes. Unless there's some, I don't know, some Korean YouTuber that I don't know about or something. That's unknown in the West. Then I am the first and Dirklink is the second. Who the third would be, I don't know. There are a lot of smaller Rollercoaster Tycoon YouTubers. Okay, technically the second is my VODs channel. But that doesn't really count. Who's the sexiest though? The sexiest is definitely me. I will always be the sexiest YouTuber. In theory it's still a channel, so it should count. Yeah, but it's not a different YouTuber though. Cody is pretty hot. He is. But he doesn't stand a chance against me. And my luscious locks. Just like Lucius Malfoy. Ooh, I like this passing of the station. Type of false disparity. Who are you, Roy Lisa? Is that some kind of TV show reference? Because I have no idea. I have never known a Stefan or an Edward in my life. I've known a Roy, multiple, and also multiple Lisas. There was a kid named Roy at my school, and he once puked in front of the teachers at some kind of school sports day. It was not in my year. I believe he was a year below me. And I was actually sitting next to the teacher at that point. We were talking about something. I don't know. And then that boy came walking up to us. It was in the middle of the... Well, no, it was at the edge of the gym. And he just came to us and just vomited everywhere. Poor kid. None of it hit us though. It's crazy how you remember people by a single memory like that. It's not, yeah, it's not just what I remember him by. You know, I remember, you know, seeing him more often and probably talked to him a few times, but that's my most prominent memory of him. And it makes sense because unless I actively, you know, was friends with him or something, I wouldn't really know him because he was a year below me. No Lisa in chat. I've known several Lisas. There was a Lisa in my primary school class. There was a Lisa in my brother's primary school class, a year above me, who was also at the badminton club later. There was a Lisa in my in my year when I did astronomy. The wife of one of my friends is named Lisa. Damn, I know at least 4 Lisas. Okay, with 3 I have no contact and was never really friends. So, I've never really known them. Like, not known them very well, but I've known them. Let's go that way. I assume all Dutch Lisas are hot. I would say 2 out of 4. To be honest, the last time I saw the Lisa from my primary school class when she was 11 or 12. But at that time I was also that age and I never, at least at that age, found her very attractive. Neither did I think the one in my brother's class was very attractive. But the other 2, yeah, they were cute. They look good. My friend has good taste in women. She looks very good. And one from my university year, yeah, she looked good as well. Have you ever seen Mona Lisa? I have not. I mean, not in person anyway. "50% of all Dutch Lisas are hot." That's a better... that's a better sample size than just 1, but it's still a terrible sample size, of course. Okay, that last turn is not a good idea, unless I put a brake in right here. Okay, I don't know if this coaster is a good idea, but we'll see. Okay, we only have wooden coaster trains. Arrived at a chat level conversation about Lisa's. Much confusion. It was just me recounting the 4 different Lisas I've known in my life. And then someone saying that they think every Lisa is hot. And then me commenting on whether I found all 4 of them to be good looking. You know, going by each one. And it's the 50%er. Full boat game difficulty. I'll vote in a minute. But this coaster seems to be good. Do you play easy, normal, hard, hardest? Usually I start with normal. And if I play again, I often go up in difficulty. I don't play a lot of new games though. And a lot of games don't have a difficulty setting, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Oh, crap. There we go. And now the line du exit. Hang on, where are we? See through rights, please. Oh, okay, that was easy. Let's block that off for guests. And let's see how much we can charge for this. Good stats. And 1560. Well, we're gonna make a lot of money. Ooh, we've only made 62k in March and October, but it rained. It rained in all 3 months, you can see, because of how much we made from umbrellas. I mean, it's the autumn and winter months, so makes sense that it rains more in that time. And also the rides are getting older again. I can't be bothered constantly refreshing the rides. You know what, I'm gonna use a little cheat. Rides don't decrease in value over time, so I don't have to keep up with them. Which means we're gonna make a lot more money. And we're gonna pay back this loan a lot faster. Cheetah. Yes. Yes, I am a cheater. I would not be doing this if I did this for a challenge. On my channel for a video. But in live streams like this? Hell yeah. I suppose this comes back to the difficulty settings as well. I play on easy here. Because I just want to have fun. What's the original loan value? 4.77 million. Excuse me, I requested a drowning. Oh, my bad. Drown a panda entertainer. Okay. There you go. Yeah, we don't need this many hand demon anyway. So let's fire a few. And we also don't need the entertainers. So let's fire them all. That saves some money anyway. There we go. Are we gonna make 100k in April? It was like the 4th of April that I made that decision to make sure that rides don't age. So we lost a few days there of maximum ride pricage. But still. Alright, drink some water. Ah, that's some good water. So, I went to the grocery store today, and you're not gonna believe this. It was an entirely normal trip without anything interesting to say about it. Okay, so most people play on normal. What grocery store brand? I go to a Jumbo. I mean, I think it's a good store, but also it's just the closest. How could I clickbait? Okay, so what happened when I went to the grocery store today? Okay, so I had to wait in line a little bit longer than expected. Because there was a problem with the pizza that the guy in front of me had bought. It wouldn't scan and there was some issues with it. And it took like 2 minutes or something to get resolved. So that, yeah, it could probably properly be scanned. So I could probably make a clickbait title of that. It's time to fire staff. Well, that was predictable. Okay, we're not gonna break our record this month, because rain. Oh, there go all the staff. And the mechanics. And... oh, I think I never fired any of my security guards with all the previous fire all staff. I just assumed I had none. You won't believe how long they kept me waiting. I almost died of old age waiting in line. Does that really happen anymore? Isn't that like so... like 2016? That kind of clickbait? I thought that doesn't really happen anymore. Just like prank videos aren't a thing anymore. That was more like 2014. Now, this will barely make it, because it's 28 meters and it's 30 meters. But let's see if it makes it at all. And... it does make it. Wonderful. Can I put another large half loop? No, we cannot. Alright, we'll corkscrewify it then. Oh, thank you for the 11 months, Claude Boy. Meanwhile, the RCT people from your one park from your recent video make a video like with that title and it's not clickbait. I mean, yeah, 5,000 years is quite a long time. So in their case, it indeed would not be clickbait. The simple things are often the most effective. Yes. It's also why, you know, I try to keep my YouTube titles simple. For example, tomorrow's video is literally titled Railroad Crossings in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. It's very simple. But it just explains how they work, how to build them, all that good stuff. And I think those simple titles often work the best. And also, I didn't title my latest video something like, you know, this park is 70 million in debt, can I save it? Hashtag oh my god. No, I just titled it, can I save a park that's 17 million in debt? Or a theme park that's 17 million in debt. Just about as simple as possible, with as few words as possible, while still conveying the entire idea of the video. Okay, so that is in the way. Can you make the most disgustingly clickbait screamy video you possibly can for fun ones? I already did. I did on April Fool's Day 2020. I made like how to easily make a roller coaster with 10 excitement. And then I just edited the stats. And it was very clear that it was nonsense. It was like, you know, build 50-meter tall drop and then do an unbanked small turn, and this will always work because reasons, and then, you know, I give bullshit reasons and whatever. It was clear that it was badly done anyway. I'm not proud of that video. I'm proud of the idea, but the execution, there were some parts that weren't great. Call this inverted coaster Blahaj. What is a Blahaj? Test it. Oh, these are the proper RCT1 trains. Blahaj. This roller coaster will save your park. Maybe something like Atari doesn't want you to watch this video. Something like that. Alright, good coaster here. Oh, not so good coaster. Okay, this corkscrew is clearly the issue. Why did I build this thinking it wouldn't be an issue? Like, how stupid am I? Okay, no problem. We'll just do that. Actually, let's not do that, because then I might not make the hill. Yeah, that'll work. And then we're gonna do this. No. Down. And then we're gonna build the corkscrew like that. Perfect. I hope. There we go. And yeah, that did it. Solved the issue. Oh, I can hire staff again. Woo! Alright, 80 should be enough. 40 mechanics, that's plenty. I should shoot up. Come on. There we go, it's rising already. Okay, how much can we charge for this? 1440, not bad. 91k in May. Will in June or will we finally reach 100k? At some point we will, because we are still getting more guests. We're at over 7,000 guests now. Nice meta one, Max. Ah, dang it. Alright, come on. There we go. I'm making more money than I can ever spend. This is going up quite fast. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Honestly, what I'm paying back here is about a quarter of what I paid back in the original, or in the Sugarloaf Shores scenario, in the Rio Carnival level. Because about 4.7 million. There I paid back about 17 million, so this is more than a quarter even. That weekly profit though. What the hell did I do here? Oh, I refurbished all those rides. How often do you stream nowadays? Twice a week. Well, sometimes more, but twice a week. How's your staff doing? Well, they're alive. You know, nothing special. Guest count's going down. Yeah, some guests were pissed because it was a bit dirty in my park. Damn, we've already made 14k. Oh, it looks like we're on the way to make 100k this month. That would be neat. I would quite like that. How many customers are the cash machines getting every month? Well, profit, not a lot. The info kiosks are making a lot of profit. Especially number 1 near the entrance. The toilets are even making profit. But the cash machines obviously aren't. But customers per hour. 2,000 forward toilets with cash machine 1,000. Hell yeah. Okay, drown guest 5555. And name the park something. And thank you for the prime sub. Never 29th. Okay, where's guest 5555? Whee! There we go. And there they are. Dying. In a lake. Visually on top of a tree. Bye-bye. Control Alt Towers. That's a good name. Control Alt Towers. I like that. How have you been mourning Queen Elizabeth? So, not really. Ultimately, she isn't my queen. And I don't have that strong of an attachment to her. But, when I first read the news, and then I saw the broadcast from the BBC, I did get a little bit emotional. You know, she's still been a thing. That, you know, she's just the queen. And now she's not. So, you know, still a bit. It's still a bit of a big deal. And I am in favor of the monarchy as well. And I hope that King Charles will be a good monarch. She relates to King Willem. Probably. I always thought she would definitely reach the 100-year mark. I didn't necessarily think she would, but in my head she kind of already had. And I just thought, yeah, you know, she'll reach it. Logically, I knew the chance was small. Or at least it wasn't a cert. But yeah, I sort of had her at that age as well already. I'm pretty sure she died early in the day and they were holding out for the evening news to announce it. That's very possible. Because, you know, unlike someone like Princess Diana who died in a car crash, that's different. You know, that happens immediately. But the Queen was at Balmoral in a, you know, private area. So it's not like anyone could check if she's still alive. Anyone from like the media. So it's very easy to just withhold that information. And like that. Okay, have we reached 100k? Yes, we have. 107k. Hell yeah. Now that's good money. We've already paid back like 300k this live stream. Will this make it? Probably. She might have had cancer or something that didn't publicize, and they knew it was coming at some point. Oh yeah, she most likely didn't die suddenly. This was probably clear to her family that she was going to die soon. What are your thoughts on the monarchy not having to pay taxes on inheritance? Honestly, I don't really care. So if they don't, then yes, that's unfair. And, well, they don't, so that's unfair. But it's one family. It's not like it's that much money compared to, you know, all the millionaires and billionaires combined. Yeah, they would have to pay taxes to themselves. I mean, it's still taxes that would go to the state that they can spend on, you know, education and whatnot. So it's not like that's a paradox and that's why it can't happen. That's not the case. And, you know, people's arguments against the monarchy are mainly that it's unfair and they just got lucky in, you know, got born in the right family. And yes, that's true. I agree with that. But I think that's, you know, the benefits that a monarchy gives outweigh the fact that one random family got a bit lucky. Like, yes, it's unfair, but it's also unfair that I got born in a loving, supported family. And someone else did not. So that's why I'm in favor of the monarchy, and that's why I also don't really care about whether they have to pay taxes or not. Like, if they don't, like, yeah, that's unfair, and ideally they should, but ultimately I don't think it's that big of a deal. Just because other things are unfair doesn't mean you can stand by with other unfair things. No, but it does mean that I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, there are lots of unfair things in the country that we could try to change and that kind of stuff, but we don't because other things have higher priority. And I don't think that's important enough to give priority over other things. Especially in my own headspace, you know, I have other things. It is relevant to me as well, not the English monarchy, but the Dutch monarchy obviously is. And also in terms of, you know, whom I vote for. And for me that's just not relevant enough to be a decider in who I vote for. My cat is standing on his hind legs and pawing at the TV on the wall. The TV is off. I have no idea what's going on with that tiny head. I mean, cats are weird, so there's probably some weird stuff going on. But yeah, the reason I think the monarchy is good, by the way, and that's, yeah, it's pretty obvious why I think that. It's the most commonly cited reason, and it's good to have an independent figurehead who is trained from birth to do it and doesn't have to worry about being popular and being elected as a representation to other countries and that kind of stuff. You know, that's why I think, you know, Queen Beatrix and King Willem Alexander are both good. Independent, sure. I mean, yeah, no one is ever entirely independent, of course, but they're as independent as possible for a figurehead of a nation. We should connect the path here. As an American, I do have to admire the stability of having a monarch as opposed to the batshit insanity of elections. I mean, the monarchy still has elections, like the Netherlands does, the UK does. We still have elections, and they're still crazy. The UK more so than the Netherlands. But there's also one factor that's just very stable. Oh, I need to do 3. Can I connect that to there? Yes, I can. Nice. And then I'm also... And it's not just representation, you know, to other nation states. It's also the fact that people can rally behind them and feel represented by that person. Oh, I'm there. And the fact that that's a person that doesn't change very often and is mostly impartial and independent, I think that's a very good thing. But of course, that also just depends on the way you think that should work. There's no one correct answer to that. Like, you may think that having an independent head of state like that doesn't really do much. That might depend on your personal experience with it. And I'm not sure if there have been done proper studies to that. And that's one of the reasons why two entirely different viewpoints can both be reasonable. Them staying on way too long also seems a problem. I don't think a 96-year-old could make any good decisions. Yeah, but, you know, the Queen doesn't really make many decisions. I'm pretty sure that most of her advisors made her decisions for her in the last years. But she was still very much beloved. And I think the fact that she was so old and basically the nation's grandmother, sort of, I think that brought some stability to the UK, and especially in a time that the UK needed some stability, you know, with all Brexit and that kind of stuff, and some difficult elections. Having a stable figurehead is nice. The ragtime music comes from here. Is it this ride that has it? No. This ride? No, that can't have it. This ride. Yes, Kiddies Theater. Well, if there's one thing I know about King Charles, is that he won't be as long on the throne as his mother. For that, he would have to reach the age of about 140. And for multiple reasons, I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's just me, you know? Hi from our holiday stay in France after a walk of 2.5 kilometers partly in the rain. Are you soaking wet? I ask that in a very weird way. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're enjoying France. France is a good holiday nation. Are you doing something else as well besides watching? Yes, games. Because I'm watching my own stream, but I'm also playing a video game. Which is the video game I'm watching. It's Streamception. I don't remember the last time I have watched the live stream and not done anything else next to it. Like, I always will have Sometimes it's something minor, like, you know, I'll browse Reddit on the side or something like that. Very rarely will I do nothing on the side, just purely watch the streams. But that also has to do with the fact that Roller Coaster Tycoon streams, which is the ones I watch most frequently, are not very involved. If you're watching like an Age of Empires stream, where it's a match between, you know, two pros in the finale of the World Championships, which I have watched, then, you know, you'll want to watch every play and not miss a thing. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, there's, well, unless you're speedrunning, I suppose, it's much more relaxed, so you can do something else and it's fine. I watch you go to bed. Wait, you watch me go to bed? What? That's not creepy at all. I like the black supports. Ah, this is a good color scheme. Oh, you watch me too go to bed. I missed that word. I mean, I know you didn't mean that. I just, you know, because it was a good joke. There are lots of people who watch me when they're going to sleep, which I entirely understand, because I do that sometimes as well. YouTube videos generally, not live streams, but you know, it's the same thing. So I get that. I recently got a comment from someone who was in a psych ward and watched my videos, and it helped them, you know, work through their troubles and stuff, which is very nice. And those comments absolutely make my day. Bow, 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 bow. I don't care about the crash, I just vibe with the music. And on the right, in the middle, on the left. Hey. I love that trick. Now, if you don't watch in stereo, you will not have heard that. But if you do watch in stereo, you will have heard that. And I love that if you like your sound comes only from a window like this, then it actually comes from on the other side if the window is on the other side of the screen. Which I love. Okay, now, yes. Ooh, 109k, 108k. I want to go to 110k. We are gaining guests again, which is good. How can you spend 45 million a year for standing around and waving? Most of that is probably stuff like traveling places, also traveling for his security personnel. You know, he's got to be in good hotels. I don't think his salary is that high. I just think... Wait a minute. Why can it... Hang on. Why could this one climb the first hill, but... This is fascinating. So, watch this. It takes them a few attempts to try to climb the first hill. No, wait. The first one does it immediately, but the second one also does it immediately. But last time it took a few attempts. This is bizarre. Well, anyway, it's too steep. And it's bizarre. Bizarre. Oh, oops, and we can't make that. Let's go the other way then. Just like that. And we go down, 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 baby. Are we still advertising? Yes, we are. You really love yourself some waddies? Yes, I love myself a waddy. What's a waddy? Or do you mean woody? Yes, you do mean woody. Yeah, I do love myself a nice long woody. Now don't bother adding that to the quotes, because there you go, it's already a quote. That's not the only woody quote, I'm pretty sure. I know I got a woody quote way before 414. Like in the hundreds or even in the tens maybe. Or in the like the zeros. Like below 100. There's one when I played Leafy Lake. Yeah, 90, that's the one. That's when I was playing Leafy Lake. And there was a wooden coaster called Marcel's Giant Woody. Which I didn't name. You guys did. For the record. Is this in the... No, it's not in the way of that. Then it's looping time. I always blame the chat for my mishaps. You know, if I ever die, it's your fault. And I will die, because, you know, I'm human, so it's always your fault. Oh, I'm on top of myself. Interlocking Loopings. I love myself some interlocking loopings. It's my favorite adult film. Slime is absolutely the epitome of a perfect human being. Oh, he is. By the way, I have some interesting things. Well, some things to say about it. I don't know if they're interesting, but I find them interesting. So today I found out about a YouTuber who I watched too, who apparently has done some nasty stuff. Which is, you know, not so nice, but that's not really the point. The point is my reaction to people's reaction to it. What did Tom Scott do? It wasn't Tom Scott. YouTube hasn't been active for a while anyway. But the point is how people react, because people react. A lot of comments on it were like, "Oh, I always, you know, found their videos funny, or thought he was so smart, or, you know, thought his videos helped a lot of people, but apparently they don't, because, you know, he's a scumbag." And, like, no, that's not how it works. He was still smart, he was still funny. His videos still helped a lot of people, regardless of if he did those bad things or not. Like, no one is perfect, and everyone who's good has also done some bad things, and everyone who's bad, pretty much everyone, you know, assuming all the allegations are true, does some pretty nasty stuff. And, you know, that makes him... You could probably call him a bad person for that. But that doesn't negate that he's done good stuff. So, yeah, you know, you can still acknowledge that he's done good stuff. Yeah, it's like when people go, you like this? Well, Hitler liked that too. And like, yeah, so? Hitler, you know, was a vegetarian. Doesn't mean that vegetarians are dumb. A mad dictator can do some good stuff as well, and we should learn from that. And thank them. Well, not maybe not thank them for it, but at least acknowledge them for it. Name or ride of your choice. Call it the Big Wooden Woody. Alrighty. That's a good name. No, you don't understand. The moment you do a bad thing, it undoes everything, physically. All the people you've helped will instantly die. All the charity you donated to will go bankrupt. The trees after they vanish. Yeah, nice. It's a mentality that a lot of people have. And I don't like it. The Big Wooden Woody. And I understand why people have it, and instinctually, I think everyone has that. At least a little bit. But, because it's a lot easier if someone is bad versus someone is good. You know, it's a lot easier to talk about them like that. But, yeah, people are complicated. YouTuber can have made a lot of great videos helping people out, and he has. But at the same time, he also apparently caused a lot of, you know, issues with his partners and stuff around the very same issues that he made videos about to help people. And it doesn't mean that he just made those videos as some kind of sadistic joke or whatever. He probably genuinely wanted to help people, and he did. What existentialism did I just walk into? It was me talking about the reaction to people finding out one of their favorite YouTubers apparently did a lot of scummy stuff. Now the reason I'm not naming the YouTuber or saying exactly what he did is because I don't want, you know, this stream to be about that. So that's why I'm not naming the guy. Thank you for the 12 months, Jay, on Twitch. We want to know all the details. If I was a different kind of live streamer, like Moist Critical, then I would have gone deep into the details. But I'm not that kind of live streamer, and I wouldn't really feel comfortable going into the details. And also, that's not why people come here. People come here to have a good time, not to talk about nasty stuff. So whenever I do talk about that, I try to talk about the implications and not about the details of the stuff itself. What are your thoughts on entertainers like Cosby and allegedly Michael Jackson? So I don't know anything about Cosby other than that he's a comedian who apparently has done some nasty stuff. And Michael Jackson, obviously I know a little bit more about. He was a little bit more famous. But, like, I don't have strong opinions on either of them. Especially Cosby. Can you please tell the stats of Big Wooden Woody? Oh, 739-946-513. But I think that we should definitely continue to consume their art if the art is good. But that's all, you know, separating the art from the artists and stuff. There are YouTubers, you know, I've occasionally watched old YouTubers' videos who later got, you know, cancelled for stuff they've done. Because the videos are still good, you know. Okay, Little Hill. Again? Is it me or do these 12 weeks go by really fast? And the last one. I am kind of lucky that most of my favorite bands seem to be clean. Like Queen, Nightwish, Winter Sun, Billie Eilish. Oh, she's not a band, but you know, an artist. They're not perfect people, not by any means. But they also seem to be not doing any kind of heinous stuff. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, we'll just go up like that. Then more. Wait. Huh? Oh, we need to be on 12. Photo section! There we go. But at least that don't like... I think this is... Hang on. But at least that don't like cheese pizza. Look at that. I believe everyone can be redeemed so long as they are willing to put the effort into themselves. Otherwise they can be shovelware. I mean, obviously there are some limits. You know, I don't think Adolf Hitler could be redeemed after 1945. But in general, I agree. But, of course, it's also, you know, if someone's done something to you, personally, it's a lot more difficult to forgive them. Sometimes that happens. And all the power to the people who can do that. And that's another vertical drop coaster. Number 5. Drink some water. Thank you. Why do I suddenly want pizza on pineapples? Pizza on pineapples is good. Forgiving yourself is the hardest thing, but it's more a gift to yourself. Forgiving someone is the hardest thing, but it's more a gift to yourself than the person who you did wrong. Yeah. I personally have no one in my life who has, like, really terribly wronged me. There's one person who is, like, on their way there, but... you know, they're not in my life at the moment. Never really have been, but it's complicated. But they're not, like... that extreme. But other than that, I don't have any experience with that. Thank you for the 8 months, Biscreate. I keep thinking what kind of coaster don't I have yet, but I believe I have every coaster type at least once. Well, not every, but every one that I want to build. And screw the others. How much money did we make last month? 94k, but it did rain, so that makes sense. Can we go to 110k? We were only 103.60 away in September. I think we'll make it in March, you know, as long as it doesn't start raining, which it might, because it's 12 degrees and cloudy. Since when can you have RCT1 style cars on steel coasters and open RCT2? Since quite recently. What does our weekly profit look like? It has been higher. But then again, I'm building coasters now, so that makes sense. This is not weekly right profit, this is weekly profit. Because, you know, minus 12, minus 10, minus 20k. And of course I also did marketing. That's also expensive. We're still researching? Oh, we're just paying. We have nothing to research. Well, that's a waste of 400 a month. Now 400 is basically nothing at this point in time. Also, I think I filled up about every nook and cranny. Oh, there's still one nook, well, sort of two crannies left. What's the difference between a nook and a cranny? What even is a cranny? Can someone, someone tell me? Revenge? Revenge what? Is a cranny just a little corner? A small narrow space or opening? Well, then I do like filling up crannies. Oh, revenge was in the poll. I completely missed that. Literally translated gaatje. That fits so well with the joke I just made. Nice. Okay, a little bit of pre-lift hill action. Oh, we got the park with the best roller coasters. Hell yeah. Honestly, I'd say we've earned that. Granny sounds like grannies. Well, I don't often spend my weekends filling up grannies, so they're not entirely the same. This is a hella long chain lift. Does the energy gain with corkscrews still work? As far as I know, it does. Okay, that's just deliberately making the quotes weird, Max. I think, you know, a better usage of the quotes option is you can just use random words anywhere and make weird quotes. So please don't do that. Not that I'm ashamed of that and think it will come haunt me or whatever. Like, that's fine. It's just that it doesn't fit with the rest of the quotes. Yeah, that's a good quote. Number 358. That's oddly relevant. Nice. And that's a proper quote. Obviously, I said that with the intention of making a joke and that thought that someone would quote it. I wonder how many of the quotes I deliberately said something funny just for the quote. Not just for the quote, but also, you know, for the funny. Probably at least 100. But yeah, one nice thing about that quote function is that it just makes me try to be funny more often. Which probably makes the streams better. Okay, let's properly test this. We only have 3 inversions, so we should be fine. That long chain lift hill is entirely unnecessary. So, do you guys know what the capital city of Kazakhstan is? I promise this is not just a random question. Does anyone know? Hint, it's not Almaty, the biggest city. Astana. Yes. Well, technically no. I believe currently it's still called Nur Sultan. So, 3 years ago, roughly, it was called Astana. Then they renamed it to Nur Sultan. And then now it's been announced that they're gonna rename it again. Or it's already happened, but it's gonna be renamed again back to Astana. Which is annoying. You know why that's annoying for me? Astana has an ice rink. A 400 meter long speed skating ice rink. And so when it got renamed Nur Sultan, we all had to get used to it. When we skate there, we don't say we're skating in Astana, no, we're skating in Nur Sultan. Now I have lots of lists with all kind of statistics which say Nur Sultan whenever it's been skated there. Now I have to change that back to Astana again and have to get used to saying Astana again. Yeah, it does ruin my lists. So it's nice that I'm working on a proper database, because there I just have to change a few values and do a search and replace, and then that's fine. But that doesn't really work for the... Well, the search and replace works, but I have to do it on lots of different lists, because I have lots of lists. Are there more rinks like that in Kazakhstan? There are virtually no... I believe there's only one city on Earth that has more than one permanent 400 meter ice rink. I might be wrong, but as far as I know, the only one is Beijing, which has the Olympic one and a slightly older one that's sort of used for training and whatever. Or you could do both are the same thing. So when you search for one, it gives you both. It's not searching, it's I will take screenshots of my lists and post them to my Twitter and on forums and stuff. And I wanted to say the proper name. There's also Amsterdam, which has Amsterdam, the Jaap Edebaan, which is a permanent ice skating rink. And it also has the Olympic Stadium. But the Olympic Stadium is not a permanent rink. There have been 2 competitions there, the Dutch Allround Championships in 2014 and the World Allround Championships in 2018. But there's no ice rink there, you know. They put in a temporary ice rink for both those competitions. And I have results for Amsterdam, and you know, my database both has Jaap Eden and Amsterdam Olympic. But I don't count that as 2 permanent ice rinks. Rename the park Six Flags England. Alrighty. England never had a Six Flags, right? Or the UK. But fun fact, when we talk about skating in Amsterdam in the context of professional speed skating, we always talk about the non-permanent track, the Olympic track, because on the Jaap Edebaan or Jaap Ede track, no, as far as I know, at least in recent history, no professional competition has ever been skated. 2140, not 2440. Alrighty, bye-bye. Still guest 1 in the park. Yes. They have spent nothing. Yeah, they have only gone on 2 rides. They have spent 320 on them. Somehow. Oh, wait a minute. My price manager isn't... Oh, it is on. I thought I disabled it, but I didn't. Why are they still in the park? They're not going on any other rides because they're too expensive, because they paid for the entry. But why are they still in the park? Why aren't they leaving? Yeah, I'm not paying that much to go on Woody 1. Of course you don't. Because you don't want to. Why aren't you leaving? Why don't you F off? And... Oh, it paid for Looping Coaster 3 when it was still in the very... Probably was one of the first guests to go on it before the price manager had a chance to adjust the price. Or something like that. Like, you are weird. Drown that peep. No! Never! Actually, I'm gonna make that a never. This guest will never be drowned. Because I'm gonna rename him Guest 1. And therefore he can't be drowned, because I renamed him. Please lock him up in one tile. No, I want to see how long he stays for in the park. Also, hang on. Did this tree just randomly glitch in and out? In front of the back of the exit. Also, why are we losing guests? I suppose we're not doing a good enough job. What's the most common reason that they're leaving the park? Okay, yeah, you want to go home, I see that. Hunger. Hunger. Okay, a lot of them are very hungry. I'm gonna build more food stalls around the park. To keep the guests in the park. By the way, that was a... I suppose you could take away from that a lesson on how to diagnose problems with your park. Holy... Wow. It's busy here. Dang. And it's not busy here. It's like no one there. Why did I put two popcorn stalls next to each other? Oh well, it's fine. One of those. Well, this should alleviate the problems at least somewhat. This park is pretty big. So I need a lot of stalls. There's also almost no one here. Is this one popular? Ah, it's already on 600 an hour. Can we make a ride even more? If you put it right there. How popular is that one gonna be? Guess I'm mostly walking in the opposite direction though. And also a drink stall, of course. Thank you for the follow, Makiftasova. Also, I just noticed we're at 9,990 followers. Only 10 away from 10,000. We're doing well. Oh, we're below 7,000 guests. How well is this one doing? 1,000 an hour. That's pretty good. Are any of the other new ones doing well? Oh, they don't really have... Well, most of them have stats. Yeah, they all seem to get a lot of customers. Breaking Heathrow cancels flights out of respect for Queen's coffin procession. Really? I mean, it happens once every few decades on average, so it's fine. If they did it themselves, then it's absolutely fine. If they got sort of forced to do it by the state, it's less fine. It's not fine. So yeah, it really depends where the idea came from. They're also cancelling surgeries. Really? I mean, I suppose if it's a bank holiday and surgeons get time off, then yeah, it makes sense that they're cancelling non-essential surgeries. Because there are simply no surgeons available. Life-saving surgeries. I mean, are they really cancelling surgeries and are just leaving people to die? I kind of doubt that. It feels like literally every single guest is in this corner of the park. Yeah, it's causing problems. It's causing guests to leave. Oh. Okay, we had this bug again. So, we just had an autosave. That failed. So we're going to lose 5 minutes. But only 5 minutes. Now, the game didn't crash. Oh, it crashed, but I could have not let it crash. I could have just continued, but then we wouldn't be able to save anymore. So that bug that we just got, that pop-up we just got, is a pop-up that was implemented to prevent it from happening that you just randomly don't save for a while because you don't notice that the autosaves don't work. So now I just simply reload the autosave. There we go. Did I literally build none of the stalls yet? I don't know how many stalls I've already built. Oh, hang on, I can see that. Age. Okay, none. I did that in the last 5 minutes. Well, time to do it again. But we only lost 5 minutes. Imagine being the park, going to a bench, finally sit down, suddenly bam, there's a food stall. The bench was just a moment before. Nice. Yeah, that would be annoying. There are some videos about that, like Roller Coaster Tycoon in real life. Which are pretty good. But why is it so damn crowded here? Do we need a cash machine here so that guests can pay for those other rides? There's a YouTuber who can't remember the name, but he green screens himself into RCT Park. Yeah, that's Red Eyes Green Dragon. He's funny. But yeah, we have a problem. We're losing guests. Because it's overcrowded. I don't know why it's overcrowded there. Like, why are all the guests here? I suppose they're all just going for this one ride. Because that ride is new. I think that's literally it. I think they're just going for that new ride. Because guests are known to go absolutely apeshit for new rides. It's a bit weird, but true. Longer queue line, that may not be such a bad idea. But also it's a bad idea, because if we don't have a longer queue line, guests are going on other rides. Wait a minute, that one connected to a path it's not connected to. You know, at some point the novelty will wear off and the guests will no longer just go for that ride. Okay, so technically it was a crash on Zia, but only because I allowed it to crash. I could have just said ignore and it would not have crashed. Why did I build... There was already a food court here. Why did I build more stalls? Well, now it's a bigger food court. Enjoy. And some here. That's a food stall. You can't, or a balloon stall. You can't buy any food there. You can buy a foot there, though. A foot in the shape of a balloon. How many different food items can guests hold at once? I think just 2. A drink and a food. One thing that's missing from English, as far as I know, is that there is no word just for things you eat. Because food can be both things you eat and things you drink. But drinks is only things you drink. But what's a word for things you eat? In Dutch, it's literally just... We have drinken for things that you drink, eten for things that you ate, and voedsel is our word for food. So Dutch does have that. But English has to be weird. Seems like we have a lot of vandalisms in the park. I think it's time to fix them after this as well. Yeah, we are properly losing guests now. Yeah, they drink tentacles somehow. I don't get it either. In English, food only barely refers to drink. Yeah, it's somewhat in the middle. But it technically does refer to drinks as well. At least you can use it like that. Can you show us the map and where all the guests are? Well... Oh my god, that lags a lot. And if we then... Well, you can definitely see a big hotspot in the left of the park. And I want to go home. That's more spread out. But that might be because guests have already left that area when they want to go home. You have some bad dead end curves there. No, I built a new ride there and that ride is popular. Like, if we go to actions... 300 people are heading for Vertical Drop Coaster 5. And that was even more. And Wooden Coaster 2, also a lot of people. And Wooden Coaster 2 is right next to it. So that's the problem. Okay, the marketing campaigns are finished. I love me this scaling factor. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the problem is that I built 2 new rides right next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Back to a scaling factor of 2. And time for more food and drink stalls. Oops. And a toilet, why not? And... oh yeah, really need one there. We've already got one near the entrance. Yeah, it's damn overcrowded here. This scaling factor reminds me of 2003 when I played it on Windows XP after school. Oh yeah. Stuff like that. You have massive windows. It's well back in the day. You were playing on like an 800 by 600 resolution. No, not 1 times. 1 times is this. This is a scaling factor of 1, which is absolutely tiny. But this is on a resolution of 1440p. This is standard zoom. You see so much. I can't zoom in further than this. The scaling factor you were referring to is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this. And this is how far I can zoom in. If you don't use... Oh, hello, train. If you don't use OpenGL, then in a scale with a scaling factor of 1, you can't zoom in any further than this. These 2 extra zoom levels are from OpenGL. And building a park at this scaling factor is very annoying. And you can zoom out all the way like this. And you can zoom out even further if you go to scaling factor of a half. Which is madness. I literally can't zoom in any further than this. And this is standard zoom level at scaling factor of a half. It's crazy. There we go. Are the rights getting fixed? Yes, they are. Okay, let's take a look at some vandalisms. Ooh, we got lots of vandalisms. Someone near a balloon stall who doesn't have a balloon. Where are our balloon stalls? There's one. Alright, you will die. Bye bye, die die. Bye bye. Imagine being on a swan ride and randomly seeing someone fall into the water and drown. I think I might need some more of these fellas. So I saw quite a few pukies. Alright, 120 should be enough. Let's go back to fixing our vandalisms. There's not that much of the vandalism. There are a few more bins in the other area there. Oh, there's a lot here. Mostly bins. Yeah, I saw these earlier. Okay. Ah, broken benches. Bring some water. Or, pronounced with a very Dutch accent, water. Damn, we really lost a lot of guests. Because I built some new rides. So the pathing here is alright. The problem is just that... Because this is the queue line of the new wooden coaster. And this is the queue line of the new vertical drop coaster. So they're perfectly reachable. And you know, the path wraps around, it's all fine. The problem is that they're in a corner of the park. Which is usually fine. But not if they're new and everyone's going here. That is the problem. Like, why is everyone going for that one and not for, like, this ride? Because it's new. Yeah, it's still Black Friday there, and we can't see it, unfortunately, on any graphs. But we are losing guests. Lots of them. And in general, they're still hungry, but now it's no longer my fault. They're just unhappy. Oh, this smells nauseous. Damn, he has 3 different on-ride photos. One for inverted rides, one for normal rides, one for wooden rides, and none for water rides. Yeah, I was at more than 7,100 at some point. Now I'm at 6,500. We still made lots of money. We made 118k in May. So it's not... We're doing well. That's all fine. It's just that we could do better. Okay, save game as Alton, yep, Alton Towers stream 2022 part 2. There we go. Yeah, under 3 million. Quite a bit too. So you can see that the food and drink sales has gone up quite drastically. It used to be around between 3 and 4k a month. Now we got 4.5k and then 5.8k. So building the extra stalls has definitely helped a lot. Now the main problem guests were leaving wasn't that they were hungry. The main problem was that it's overcrowded, and I'm gonna try to combat it a little bit by, if I can, building a path here. That should help a little bit. Can I build under here? Yes, I can. Alrighty. That should lead some guests away. Hang on. Where's that going? Nowhere. There's literally a path tile there that leads nowhere. Okay, so that might be causing some issues. Come on, let me delete it. There we go. Okay, yeah, that path seems to be quite popular already. So that might be helping the situation a bit. Is it just me, or is it literally visibly less crowded already? Which would be a very good sign. Okay, so this has gone down to below 500. But maybe it was already there, because I haven't checked it in a few minutes. But I hope that this will go down even further. It seems to be stable right now. Okay, it's gone down a little bit. Yeah, come on, below 400, yes. That was a good decision, that extra path. Oh, it's above 400 again. Well, it's at least lower than it was. So that's definitely a good thing. Do we have any EHBO stalls? No, that does not stand for electronic HBO. That stands for first aid. Or first aid by accident, which is literal translation. EHBO, eerste hulp bij ongelukken. But we don't have any first aid stalls, unfortunately. Another 4.6k in July. Yeah, we're making big money from the stalls. Hats, what does that stand for? Damn, we've lost almost 1,000 guests. That's astonishing. Oh, I just need a hat stall. I thought it stood for something. Let's sell pink hats. And on the other side of the park, we'll sell purple hats. Also, let's build a coaster here. Maybe I should have done that earlier. If I just build a coaster here, all the guests will go here for the new coaster. And I'm violating the height restrictions again. And that's fine. I love me some violation of the law. Ooh, this looks painful. What is your special water? My special water is made with the saliva of my enemies. Alright, I think that's enough for this coaster. Let's go back to the station. Put in some brakes. And a photo section. And we're finished. This is a very weird coaster. Let's make a nice, fairly long queue line. Just like that. Whee! And then the loopings. They're going to move very fast here again. A little bit of a break, so that it doesn't get excessive G-forces. This is madness. This is minus 3.44 negative G's. That's absolutely crazy. Oh yeah, this looks very painful, but also very profitable. And I don't mind pain if it's profitable. Name a ride of your choice. Alrighty. And we've made 100k again. The last month we were under 100k was October. That's also the last month it rained. Oh, it actually rained in August. Okay, so the last month we made under 100k was August, where it rained. Name that coaster Negative G-Forces. That's a good name. I don't know if that's the highest in the park though. Forces. There we go. Have you played Wacky Worlds? That's just an expansion, and yes, I have completed all scenarios. I will point you to the 10-hour long video on my channel that I did a few weeks ago, where probably like 7 or 8 hours in I did Wacky Worlds. Marcel has the speedrun record on Wacky Worlds probably. Yes, I do. I completed it all in 29 minutes and a bit. 29:09, I believe. Name it Six Flags Scotland. Damn, this park gets renamed like crazy. It's from this is a monorail. From Six Flags England to Six Flags Scotland. Six Flags Scotland. When you start a coaster, do you have the general design in your head or do you just wing it? Oh, I just wing it. I almost never have a design in my head. Even if I make like a proper coaster in a decently well-themed park, I always wing it. Thank you for the 4 months, Serious Matty. Scotland didn't want Six Flags, so Six Flags Scotland had to be built in England. Scotland will have a Six Flags at some point in the future, I guarantee it. It's still crowded here. Not as crowded as it's been. But still quite crowded. We're only at 329, 330, so that's not too bad. We are gaining guests again. We're at like 23 or 6320. We're gaining guests again for the first time in a while. Oh, I just noticed. The video I edited today will have all the currency in pounds. Not that there's a lot of currency in it, but I forgot to change back. There are a few shots where you can see the HUD. Most of them don't have it. But yeah, there are a few shots where you can see it in pounds. I wonder if anyone's gonna comment on that. I mean, some of you might now, just for the hell of it, but someone who doesn't watch these streams. Hello, Astral J. How you doing? We're down to 2.6 million. We're nearing the halfway point. Also, we're nearing the end of the ads. Let's fast forward to it. There we go. Absolutely wunderbar. Just like that. Again? What's the bug? So we lose 5 minutes again. Which isn't the biggest of deals, but it's annoying. But yeah, that's why we autosave this frequently. Okay, apparently this ride was finished, but didn't have a queue line yet. Other than that, I didn't build a whole lot. I mean, I'm happy that we get the notification. That's obviously a very good thing. But the fact that the bug happens twice in the stream is probably got to do with this current edition of the development edition. Development build, but yeah, it's very annoying. So we're still losing guests right now. And still have credit here. What else had I done? Rename the park again. Oh yes. Had I done anything else? I don't think I really had done a lot of other things. Right? Yeah, I was just watching the park a bit and stuff. She also renamed the vertical drop coaster. Oh, right, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Might as well give it a cool color as well. There we go. That'll be some good stats. How about... the one next to is already blah. How about that? Und that. Nah. That. Und that. Und that. Und that. Yeah. Alright, see ya, Max. Is guest 1 still in the park? No. They should be either at the top or at the bottom. But they're nowhere to be found. They've left. Unfortunately. Well, we have guest 4 still. Who's only ridden 1 ride. Which is a monorail. Well, we'll just rename them Guest 4. And they're all the way there. And they're non-drownable. And time to pay back some more of the loan. Alright, it was August. Hey, oh, it rained again this August. Well, it had already rained. Alright, see ya, Felonious. Then... yeah, it's too crowded here, so 350. We are slowly gaining guests again, which is good. Very good. What else do I want to look at? Weekly profit. That still hasn't been above the 29k. Well, 27k was the previous record, so now it's 29k. Why did the park value drop? Is it because we lost a lot of guests? That can't drop that... no, that can't drop that quickly from just guests. Why did it drop by like almost 100,000? We have to cheat on, don't we? Yes. What made that drop? Also, was I fixing the path issues? Well, there's at least one left. I have a feeling I don't have enough handymen. I have literally 120 handymen. And it still feels like it's not enough. Feels like I barely have any. How many in-game years do you think it will take to repay the loan? At this pace... oh, hang on, we're not in full screen. At this pace, probably 3 more years. I mean, we can calculate that, right? So we make about 800, 900k a month. So yeah, that's about 300 or 800, 900k a year. So that's about 300 more, 3 more years. Well, we make slightly less a year. So maybe 3.5 years. Hang on, how long is the wait? Damn, that's a hell of a line. That's really a long line. How many people are in that line? Could you rename a guest line and follow it by notifications? Now we already have enough notifications. Guest number is stable, which is good. Although, preferably I'd like to see it rise. But stable is better than it going down. So, is this ride any popular? Well, there are at least some guests queuing for it. So it's not popular. How about we hire a few more handymen? How about 10 more mechanics? How much are we making from stalls? Yeah, definitely more than before. Which is good, because it means that they've been useful. Couldn't imagine how long the queue would take. Very. Very, very long. Okay, let's advertise for... is that wooden coaster 1? A giant woody. Just on the other side of the park. Now, I know that that doesn't have any effect on guests already in the park. But it does have an effect on guests that are coming into the park. Or at least I won't be sending them to the overcrowded areas. So that's that. Let's build a launched freefall. Do we even have a launched freefall already? No, we don't. we can probably make a lot of money if we just build a few of them. And the upside is that they're really quick to build. The downside is that apparently I can't find a good goddamn spot for them. Rawr. Fucking... Oops. Me and my potty mouth. That one was genuine. Ah, that's a good spot. I was genuinely annoyed there. Hang on, is that not actually connected? Or is it isometric? No, it wasn't isometric, it was just the fence. Okay. Nice. That's not safe. Alright, that's one. Now you're concerned with safety. I mean, all my other rides are somewhat safe. So it's not the first time I've been concerned with safety in this park. 86. Oh, we can go much faster. 104. Ah, nope. Ah, much better. 104 probably would not have crashed. But, you know. Better sorry than safe. Streamer swears. Yes, he does. And I did apologize for it. But I won't apologize for it again. Imagine if there's some little kid watching. And this is the very first swear he learned. And tomorrow at school, he's gonna repeat it. And now that kid knows how to swear because of me. I have the power. I mean, I would have learned to swear anyway. Oh, hang on. This is on a dead end. Let's make sure that this is not a dead end anymore. Like that. I always find children swearing to be very funny. The thing is, children swear all the time. Like, I swore all the time as a kid. Well, not as a young kid, but, you know, when I was in, like, high school. So, roughly age 11 and up. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with a good old swear. I think I still need to increase the speed on this one. Yes, I do. 82, that's probably safe. We'll make this one purple. And we'll make that like that. And this one will be a different kind of purple. Some black and white. Yeah, white not. Apparently, when I was about 2, I very matter-of-factly asked my dad from the backseat of my car, "Daddy, where the hell are we going?" Nice. I don't find hell to be a swear. But I also don't find shit to be a swear. So maybe I just have very lax views on swearing. I always remember asking the instructor, "What does this mean?" and then flipping the bird, not knowing its meaning. I was polite about it. I once flipped the bird at a teacher, but I flipped the bird intentionally. But it wasn't at the teacher. So I flipped the bird at someone I knew, more as a joke. But they were standing like, I was standing inside, and they were standing like outside, and down a few meters. But they saw me. And, you know, it was all fun. But exactly at that point, a teacher who taught me when I was in first class, and I was like in fourth class at that time, I think. But he did know me. Saw it, and it was very clear that he thought it was directed at him. And I don't exactly know what I did, but I think that I had no way to talk to him because he was also outside. And I was inside. On some kind of bridge-like thing. We had no way of talking, so I probably just shook my head and dipped my hands like, no, 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 not at you. You know, not directed at you, something like that. And then, like, a day or two later, we stumbled into each other in the canteen. Whoops. And he said, we need to talk. Wait a minute, didn't I just lower the speed? Why was it still crashing? Oh well. He said, we need to talk. Well, then I explained it. And he gave some like kind of half-hearted talk about, you know, you shouldn't do that and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. It wasn't directed at you, so F off. I didn't say that like that, but you know, that was basically what I thought. It wasn't like that, you know. He was a good man, a good teacher, so it was fine. Drown guest 7482. Alright. Page 3? No, page 2. 7482. There you go. In formal settings you look really thrashy if you cuss. Generally cussing in private is fine. However, if you find yourself casually cussing nearly constantly, you should reevaluate yourself. I swear a lot. No, not depends on your definition of lot. I think I swear a lot in real life. But compared to some other people, it's probably not that much. But I have no problems turning it off on the stream. So, I don't think I have a problem. So make this that, yeah, that's fine. Marcel, drink your water. Oh, thank you. Imagine the Queen at like the Christmas message or something like that, just dropping an F-bomb. Or even worse, imagine for an international scandal saying the N-word. That would be a hell of an international scandal. Do you swear in Dutch as well or English? Both. Because you cancelled right away. Now I mean the Queen, not me. You know, I'll use the Dutch swears, like, you know, godverdomme or tering, tyfus, you know, those kind of words. But the F word is also, the F word is an English word, but it's basically a Dutch swear as well, because so there is sort of a Dutch version of it, which is not F-U-C-K but F-O-K, which is pronounced like fuck. But they're interchangeable, and sometimes we'll use one, sometimes we'll use the other. Sometimes it's unclear which one you use, because they're, you know, they sound very similar anyway. And no. Yeah, that'll be fine. Fire all the staff, alrighty. No, we don't have any of these. There we go. Oh, all the staff's job isn't homeless. Who says they're homeless? You're not homeless immediately after you get fired. Like, even if you live paycheck to paycheck, you're not homeless the day you lose your job. They get paid like $50 a month and not enough for rent. How do you know? How do you know how expensive stuff is here? Oh, you made 120k in October. Sweet. The guest count is slowly climbing again. Ooh, park value has raised a lot because of all those free falls. And we made 29k in a week. Nice. At least you save 11k a month on wages. Yeah, that's not nothing. Yeah, these launch free falls should be making us quite a bit of money. Well, this one is in a very lightly trafficked area. Test, please. There we go. And I mean, I'm just going for random colors here. Love all your videos, finally caught a stream. Welcome, Magic Panda. Glad to have you here. Let's clean all the grass. How many free falls have I just built? 8 already. How much are they making a month or an hour? Oh, they're doing pretty good. Not super great numbers, like compared to the max. But still pretty good. And they might still be warming up. Although this one already has a pretty long queue line. I don't think this one is gonna be making any more than this. Because they're limited by their throughput. But you can build a lot of them very easily. Which is why they are so great. Individually, yeah, they'll always lose from coasters. Against coasters. That's no match. But oh, whoops. This is not a good space. You can easily build like 5 of these for one in the space and for the money of just one coaster. Is this one well aligned? No, it's not either. Let's just build 2 right next to each other, cause why not? They were all homeless when they worked in the park, or why didn't they go home in between shifts? If they were homeless, then all the guests are homeless too. So, I don't know about that. How about a nice green one? No, 101? Will I? Yeah, that's fine. The guests just come out of nowhere and poof into nothingness when they leave the park. I mean, the same happens for staff. They come out of nowhere when I hire them. So, if you use the argument for guests, you also need to use it for staff. I can hire staff again. It says 5 minutes ago. I don't need this many. I'll do 150 and 50. Oh wait, I can have more than 2 in the staff. I forgot. There we go. Time to get the park rating up again. Wait, I was still building the other one. This is a very tall one. We got 122, baby. Hells to the ass. And we'll connect it right there. Park with the best gentle rides. Oh, yeah. Imagine a mod where it depletes land and water as guests and staff generate. Like they're being created directly from the elements on the spot. Huh, that would be interesting. When they drown, you get water and land back. I mean, RST2 was just an RST1 where staff came from the dropped from the big thongs in the sky. In RST2 as well, it's just an open RST2 thing that they get placed automatically. It's literally an option, if I don't have that option enabled. So, somewhere here, yeah, automatically place staff. Then it works just like normal. This one on the intense side? Yeah, oh, it's slightly too intense. Let's go to 119, which is apparently the maximum you can do without it being too intense. Lol, that one is stupidly tall. The 119 is not even, will not even get close to the top. Just look at that. Nope. I mean, that's perfectly fine. The park looks a lot different now that it's suddenly overrun by launched free falls. Has a certain vibe. Alright, and another one. And let's build the 12th. If you had to choose which one of the employees in RST2 would you want to be? A security guard. They literally don't have to do anything. Just walk around. Their only purpose is that people that are within a certain area of them can't be vandals. Can't vandalize stuff. So they don't do anything. An entertainer has to dance. A mechanic has to mechanic. A handyman has to handy some man. And a security guard just does nothing. The yellow freefall still doesn't have a queue, does it not? Oh, whoops. Thank you for reminding me. There we go, now it does. That's technically on the dead end, but it's fine. It's not fine. There we go, that's fixed. Another 23k, we beat our record again. We're heading quickly to the 2 million barrier. If you were a security guard, you would never get hired. That's a good point. I would not make enough money to support my family. Or even myself. Well, I'll worry about that later. Why is this not connected? Like, hang on. If you want to get to here, like to here, you can go that way. But if you're already going this way, the guys have to go all the way there, and then go here, and then go around that way, and then back that way. This is a vital connection. Why is that not already a thing? It's already being used a lot. Thank you for the follow, Magic Panda. Security guards like to watch the handyman handying men. I mean, I do too, so... Okay, how much are the launch free falls making? Okay, they're not very high up. But they are making combined a lot. Oh, we need to re-advertise the park. I literally can't do my ads quick enough, these ones at least, the cheap ones, so that I spend more money than I make. Will we beat our all-time record of 123k? That's the question. From now on, hire one security guard in every park you're gonna play in, and named it Marcel. You know, I'm probably gonna do that for like 3 parks and then forget about it. And stop caring. Will we ever reach a weekly profit of 30k? I reached 29,609, seems to be my maximum. Okay, this screen is definitely gonna update and expand at some point near the future. We're so very close, like we're literally inside the month. God damn it. Again? This is getting very, very annoying. It's getting extremely annoying. I've already lost 15 minutes of time in this live stream. Where was it? Autosave. Something in your save corrupted. I don't think so. Because I've had this bug before. It's just that... Well, this time we notice it on time. Okay, how many launched free falls do we have? How many did I... 11. And one is still closed. And yellow doesn't have a queue line. And we don't have staff? Or do we have staff? Let's check. Okay, we do. Still the closed one. I was halfway building it. Well, I'm definitely gonna bring this up after the stream. Because this is a very annoying bug. Let's build this connection again. It's guest 4 still in the park. Well, let's see. Yes, they are. Being corrupted in a way that just has ongoing effect just makes the bugs more likely to appear. It's possible, but we have no idea what makes the bug appear. So, we don't know. I've never seen a whole game talk a whole game talk in a Twitch chat. Well, hang on. What? What does that mean? I don't understand what you mean. Oh, he's talking about you. Oh. Eh. I mean, that happened like 1+ hours and another hour it happened twice more. Yeah. It's possible. It's also possible that... Yeah, like we don't know what happened. It's also possible that it's quite... Oh, it's never entirely random, of course. There's some bug that causes it. And yeah, it might be that there's something in this park that makes it more likely. But that doesn't mean that the park is corrupted. That just means that something in this park. Maybe it's the fact that that this park has a lot of guests. That's the problem, or something like that. Or that I have a lot of staff members. I don't know. Do I have a queue line already? Yes, I do. I'm just going to keep building launched free falls. Hang on, did I never open this? I never opened that. Whoops! My bad. Yeah, 101 seems fine. Let's just test it to be sure. Oh, easily. Okay, that's just a lag spike. Alright. Yeah, the monorail's skin colored. Drown the highest number. That's just the most recent guest. I'll do that in a minute after I've built this freefall. And done the ads. Alright. Why do I build them so tall? They don't need to be that tall. Name the monorail skin rail. Alright. No G. There we go. Where was the one I was building again? Oh yeah, it's this one. Number 14. Hang on. Oh, it's the land that's in the way. Okay, there we go. Let's build some more. Ah, they seem to be not super popular here. Then again, neither seem to be the other right, so there might just not be enough guests. It's still quite crowded here. So what if I take advantage of that? Oh, that tile of path got undeleted. So what if I, build a freefall there? This is starting to look like one of those overcrowded parks I did. Hey, T West! How you doing? Welcome. With 164 others. That's a lot. How are you all doing? Presumably playing some Age of Empires. Playing? Maybe casting? I don't know what you do in your streams, to be honest. So what were you doing? But yeah, I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, as T-West might have explained before sending you here. Oh, wait a minute, that path I just deleted was an exit line. The other bit was deleted. So I'll quickly finish building this queue line and then I'll explain what we're up to. Okay, I want that there, so I'm gonna move that burger bar down there. And then I'm going to do that there. We're building a launch freefall at the moment. We can launch it a little bit faster. I need to connect the exit and then I'll show you the park. Okay, where can I connect the exit to? Nope. Alright, that toilet needs to go. There we go, now it's connected. Alright, this is my park. Now, some of you might, very big emphasis on might, recognize this as Alton Towers. You might also recognize it from the title of the stream. But whatever. This is / was Alton Towers. You know, you have your classic coasters like your Nemesis and whatever other coasters were already in the park. I don't actually remember. Some of these were already in the park, some of these coasters. But I don't know which. I don't know the park that well, and I built a lot of extra coasters. And you start with a very big loan of 4.77 million, which is a lot. But I'm trying to pay it all back. Now, this is my second stream of this park. It's definitely not gonna happen in one stream. We're not gonna finish this stream either. But we are more than halfway now. And we're making a lot of money. We made 132k in April, which is a new record. And considering how much... No, it's gonna rain, so we're not gonna make it in May. We're not gonna beat our record again. Because if it rains, guests won't go on the roller coasters or other rides that aren't covered. Thank you for the follow. Probably Butter and DNN01. So currently we're at 9,992 followers, which is ever so close to 10,000. Oh, still need to drown the newest guest. Yeah, thank you. So, that fella, guest 11,981, will drown right there. Poor guy. Or girl. I don't know. Okay, it's gonna rain, which means we're gonna make a lot of money from umbrellas, because they're stupidly expensive. 20 bucks. Because when it rains, guests will pay anything for an umbrella. Believe it or not. There you go. You see them all pay 20. Ah, this is a good shot. Lovely. I'm disappointed that Cedar Fair parks don't appear in many games. Might be a copyright thing, because I know that Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 had like a deal with Six Flags for putting their parks in the game and stuff, so maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I grew up by Six Flags Great America, but never shows up in any theme park games. Sometimes, maybe Alton Towers might have only showed up in one, I don't know. I haven't played that many theme park games. Have you visited any Six Flags yet? Yes, Six Flags Holland. Although not at the time when it was called Six Flags Holland. The first time I went, it was already called Walibi Holland. Also, I'm noticing that there's a lack of a path connection right here. So it's time to build one. And down. And perfect. So before they bought it. No, after Wallaby bought it, I suppose. Alright. Now it's time to build a launched freefall here. It's gonna rain again. Dang. Well, it's May. So I suppose that's what you get in spring. Park with the best roller coasters. You know it. Is this lined up? No, it's not. We're one too high. Is this lined up? Yes, it is. Good. That won't work. I'll build it there. Thank you for the follow, Blue Boys 792. Paying back a loan, but the government is supposed to forgive all that. Well, I made a video even a while ago that why you should never pay back your loan, or why you should always go into debt. So yeah, technically you don't have to. If you don't pay back the loan, the park works exactly the same. You're just stuck with about 5.8k extra expenses every month. Which isn't that big of a deal, because you already start with the big park. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more difficult, which is probably why they did it. Also maybe for realism stuff, I don't know. But you can absolutely deal with that if you want to. It's fine. This makes it too Christmassy. That's better. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Thank you as well, Hambula Formis. Also, yeah, what's up, Buster? How you doing? But still 128k in May, despite rain twice. That's pretty good. Okay, the park value has indeed updated. It's also fallen. Why has it fallen? Is it because of the rain? Is it because guests aren't riding the rides in the rain, and guests riding rides is actually a significant part of the park value? Not anywhere near the maximum. Like not anywhere. There may be like 10-15%, but it's significant. You can see the drop on the graphs like this. Should go up in a minute again. Also, we beat the 30k. Whoops. Didn't anyone die on there? Yeah, 6 people did. Oops. My bad. Please don't send me to jail. It was just a happy accident. Oh well. It happens. How many free falls do I have? 16. Dang. It's raining again. Damn. Also, we're almost back to 7,000 guests, which is good. We were down to like 6,300 because of overcrowding in one particular spot. Ripsaw is broken. I'm pretty sure that was an original coaster. Well, no, it's not a coaster, but it was an original ride. Oh, I know which one. This is also an original ride. The Corkscrew. The lamest name ever. Literally like, what elements do we have? We call it a corkscrew. Alright. Then I'm gonna call this coaster a chain lift, because it has a chain lift. And this one's called a left turn, because it has a left turn. Imagine that. How much money are we making from umbrellas there? Only 8k in May, that's not a lot. 12k in June though, 13k. It's because we had rain twice in June, because technically the second rain of May started in May, but started at the very end of May. Make it wacky corkscrew or something. Imagine doing something like that for all the launched freefalls. Crazy freefall! Insane freefall! Wacky freefall! Stupendous freefall 1, stupendous freefall the 2nd. The 3rd insanely powerful launched freefall. Oh yeah! I would totally go to a park with ride names like that. Just because it shows that they don't take themselves too seriously. Okay, and 90. Yeah, it should work. This one's quite tall. Make this one white with orange in the middle, and orange on the floor, and an orange card. How many Superman coasters are there throughout the parks? I don't know. What is a Superman coaster? Extreme Hypercoaster went wrong, no clickbait. One has broken down. Wait a minute. That's not a real ride. We have some wacky names in this park though. Now there's one ride that's a bit wacky, but I don't remember which one. Oh, literally a roller coaster named Superman. Well then, 0. Thought it was like a particular coaster design or something. Okay, these are not yet available. That makes sense. Park is getting filled up good. Although this seems to be a bit of an empty space. There's also... looks like a missing connection. So let's build a connection. Just like that. And there we go. That's one new connection. Let's build a launch freefall next to it. Because why not? Right next to another launched freefall. This is launched freefall city. Whoops. That should work. A little bit faster. Everyone I know hates the color orange. Everyone you know, or just the few that are outspoken about it? Again? Really? What makes this bug continue to occur? Okay. I need to restart again. What just happened? Why wait a minute. Okay. Cool. Nice. Full screen, yes, yes, yes. Let's open the latest autosave. Probably lost like 2 launch freefalls again. It's really getting annoying. Oh, this one had literally... I saw the explosion! Like, hang on. Let me... watch the left of the screen. It's literally immediately the explosion. But I can't save them. Because the crash had already happened at that time. If it had saved like a 1/5 of a second earlier, they would not have died. Oh, whoops, that was just me pausing. By accident. Well, That's annoying that we lost another 2 launch free falls, but I can't be bothered to build them again right now. Now let's save. Then we're going to end this stream. And let's see if I can find someone else good to send you to. Well, thank you very much for watching and welcome to all the new people. Thank you for following, by the way, Blue Robots. I hope you have been enjoying the stream. And let's see if I can find someone interesting to send you to. Is there anyone interested in playing Roller Coaster Tycoon? A few people with very few viewers. I'll send you to Ladypuss. I like him. He's not doing Roller Coaster Tycoon. He's playing Myst. But he's a very nice streamer. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on my channel for a new video. And Saturday, not Sunday, for a live stream. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy Ladypuss's stream. And I wish you all a very good evening or good day. And a good night. Bye bye.